Hey guys, Midnight Strike here, and this is actually going to be my first album review for my classics section, and what better than Master of Puppets, the best thrash metal record in the entire world practically, in my opinion at least. I mean, come on, thrash metal elitists practically worship at this album's altar. I mean, it's practically perfect from start to finish, and even though all the songs are like 6 to 8 minutes long, it's just solo upon amazing riff structure and pounding reverb vocals and screams and thrashy licks and double bass, and I mean just everything about this album. There's really nothing I can say about it that hasn't already been said. So, upside down. I do that a lot. Thrash metal perfection right here. Metallica. Metallica's Master of Puppets. And for a while, I didn't actually have it because I actually borrowed it from a friend. And I thought, hey, I'll just rip it to my computer. So then I just said, oh, well, you know what? It's good enough. I'm going to buy it for myself. And this is one of the only albums that I have done this for. That I've borrowed, well, legally from a friend and downloaded onto my computer. So now I have the actual album in my possession. And oh my god, it is amazing. Let's start off with Battery. Battery has a pretty fast thrash metal riff. It has a lot of groove to it. It's got a simple bridge, simple structure. My phone just vibrated. And it's got some pretty great vocals. And I don't know, it's a little repetitive, but it's in a good way. It repeats the good things. So it has a lot of solos. Fast thrash metal solos. And Master of Puppets, number 2, is actually the title track. Amazing song, longest song on there. The thing that should not be, often labeled as their thrashiest song, their hardest and heaviest song. So a lot of people love that one. It's a little long, it drags on, it's slow, it punches out the choruses, it has an eerie verse structure. And then there is number 4, Welcome Home Sanitarium. And this one actually takes it back. It's slow, it's eerie, it's got the eerie vocals and everything, and just it's got a solo in the end. Like it starts out really slow and it builds up to just a climax, and then it just explodes with solos, and it's hard and heavy and everything at the end, so it just builds up to that. Leper Messiah and Disposable Heroes. Disposable Heroes is number 5 on the list. That one's actually one of my favorites, and along with the title track. So Disposable Heroes, just pretty much thrash metal from start to finish, pure thrash metal. Everything about this album, everything about this song is just amazing. From the part where, especially the part where everything just stops and James Hetfield, the singer, screams, "I was born for dying." And then it just starts up again and into this amazing thrash storm of solos. So Leper Messiah, as I said before, number 6 on the list, on the track list, is actually their heaviest song to date, in my opinion. And I mean, it's slow, it's got the heaviest guitars, it's got the most crunch, it's got the hardest vocals, heaviest double bass, and it just seems like it drags on, like it's just heavy. Every single little drum beat is just pound, 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 and it just really gets to you, and it's amazing. It's just, not much can be said about this album that hasn't already been said. But number 7 is Orion, and that is an instrumental, and it really shows off what Cliff can do with his bass, just like Anesthesia Pulling Teeth before it on its first album. So that one is really good. It's 8 minutes and 28 seconds, so not quite as long as Master of Puppets. Master of Puppets being the longest on this CD, but it's up there, and it's definitely worth listening to the whole thing. For those of you who have your reservations about not listening to whole album songs if they're too long. But then there's Damage Inc., and God, what a great way to close the album. I mean, it's fast, it's ferocious, it's furious. Just pretty much everything you want in a thrash metal record. It's got great lyrics. Hell, this entire album has great lyrics. My favorite lyrics being the title track and Welcome Home Sanitarium. So and Disposable Heroes, of course. But the thing that gets me about Damage Inc. is it has a minute and 20 seconds of just filler. It's just, I don't know, this horn or something. I don't know what it is, but minus that, though I usually skip ahead anyways, it's pretty much a perfect song and a perfect way to close off the album. And the album that supersedes this, the next album, and Justice for All, Dyer's Eve, pretty much sounds like it's in the same vein of Damage Inc. So they're pretty much following that suit because, hey, it worked for them, you know? Unfortunately, after the Black Album, you know, Load and everything else. But this right here is their heyday. This is when they were in their prime, if you can see. Just amazing record. If you don't have it, shame on you. You need to go out to the store and get it now. There's no excuse. I know I say that. I said that for 2 of my other reviews, but there really is no excuse for not having this album. There isn't. It's Metallica, it's Master of Puppets, it's their best. It's their prime, it's their heyday. It's when they were young, and they had Cliff Burton, the best bassist among men, practically. Best bassist who ever lived. So, to sum up this review, perfect 10 out of 10, perfect album, best thrash metal album I've ever listened to, probably even the best album I've ever listened to. And I honestly don't think any album is ever going to top this right here. Master of Puppets, Metallica. And that's really all I have to say. So, see you guys later in my next review.